Makwaba Shonkoso eba POG Media. And ye dem beko highway ne so highway ne de. Nsem bebre wo so a yen so yaje pene se ye be me ya bedwafo no ahu de eko ene de eba na den na eko so ewo highway ne so. Eye uncle Kwasi Pratt na ede nsem bebre aba betudwa about anti-gay trumu ensem a ekokoso ewo Ghana ase na we na bill na yɛde akɔ akɔto Nana Addo dankwa Akuffo Addo anim no a yɛretwe no abasa ne sere no ɛna ɔno abɔ awura mu abɛkeka nsɛm a ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa koraa na wei ɛna wastrike trumu ambassador a ɔwɔ US wastrike wɔ ne so a ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa koraa ɔsɛ ɔno no how dare ɔno sɛ ɔba na waba abɛyɛ dɛn wabɛhyehyɛ mmara ama Ghanafoɔ na ɔno no ɔne hwan ɛna ɔba abɛhyehyɛ ama mmara ama Ghanafoɔ sɛ Ghanafoɔ no yɛne angye trumu no atom a sɛ Americafoɔ no ɛba yɛ sikasɛm ne adeade a ɔmo provide biribia ɛma Ghanafoɔ ɛne deɛ wahyate ne up a maame no ankasa no ogyina hɔ ɔbɔ ne ti nko sɛ man no Kwasi Pratt na nsɛm a ɔka no ɛtɔ asom ankasa a ɔsɛ Ghana yɛne yɛde yɛn ho wo maame wei one hwan wo ambassador keke wo a ɔyɛ ambassador no wo ambassador no wo ba abɛhyehyɛ mmara ma Ghana ɛnde watoto bi ama no na ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa koraa ɛbɛpɛ sɛ yɛbɛme abadwafoɔ no bɛme akɔ na yɛakɔ akɔtie nsɛm a ɛkɔɔ so ɛwɔ highway no so na ansa na yɛbɛkɔ no wowɔ nsɛm kan bi afa hyɛ yɛ comment section like na hyɛ ma afoforɔ nso no ɛnsa ntumi ɛnka bi aha ɛyɛ POG Media political show anaasɛ political update trendy wɔ highway ne so bia no yɛbɛto so ama yɛabadwafoɔ no nso ahu deɛ ɛrekɔ ɛne deɛ ɛba bɛdam ase.
I actually don't care what two adults do to themselves in hiding, in their privacy. So it's not my business. You understand? And I am deeply worried that at this time, this period, when the national economy has crashed to the ground, you know, when people are suffering all kinds of problems and so on. This is the debate we are having. I mean, it's so nauseating. I can't live with it, you know, that at this time, this is the debate we are having. There are major, important issues which affect everybody in our society. Things which can lead to the collapse of our society. And how politicians have managed to get all of us to be talking about these things is incredible. So,
maybe because Parliament took a center stage on it.
No, before Parliament. Parliament did that itself as a reaction to something which was happening in the society and so on. So, clearly, that is my stand. I do not think that any useful purpose will be served by creating a bedroom police. You understand? So, I will leave that here. I am very, very deeply worried about what all of this reveals about the quality of national leadership. That's what I'm worried about. I mean, that you have a Minister of Finance publicly advising the president not to sign a bill, and the reason being that other countries will not be happy with the bill, and because of their unhappiness, they are likely to withdraw 3.8 billion. I've never been insulted like this as a Ghanaian. What are we celebrating today with all this mad pass and so on? If our leaders think that national decision making should be subject to the approval of other countries and other governments, makes me sick. So the value of our independence, for which Private Odate and others died, Sergeant Tajeti and others died, is $3.8 billion. Can't believe it. This is the leaders we have today. They think that all the independence, the struggle, everything and so on, its value is $3.8 billion. That's how cheap they think our independence is. And it makes me sick. You have a situation where today, the ambassador of the United States of America appears to carry more weight than our president. Are you happy with that? The ambassador of the United States of America is telling us about human rights and so on. The United States, which still discriminates against Chicanos, Indians, blacks, Latinos, and so on, in the most horrific way, is teaching us about human rights. I can't believe it. George Floyd just happened. Look at the abuses of the fundamental rights of people. I mean, I was in Florida, in the United States, in 1979. And Annie, I still haven't overcome my shock. The original Indian inhabitants are still treated like animals in a zoo. They have what they call the Indian reservations. And I went to one in Miccosukee, in Florida. You pay money and you pay gate fee to go and see Indians in their, they say, their natural environment. You pay money, like you pay money to go and see monkeys in a zoo, to go and see them. I've not seen anything more dehumanizing than the conditions in the Indian reservations. And they are lecturing us on human rights. Unbelievable. And our leaders are towing the line.
Yeah, exactly.
The United States says that it will be angry if we pass certain laws. Fine. What are they going to do? They're going to press the World Bank and the IMF and so on not to give us loans, which we will pay anyway. You understand? Why don't they start by first withdrawing their military bases? If they have things to withdraw here, they should withdraw their military base. They should close down. They should stop using
Airport.
Terminal 1 as their logistic base. They should stop using Terminal 1 as their logistic base. That is what they should take away. They should start with that. As for their military base, they'll keep it intact. As for using Terminal 1 as a logistic base, they will continue. What kind of people are these? In any case, look at how these Western ambassadors behave in Ghana. Talking down to the president, talking down to ministers, giving us injunctions and so on. Is that how our ambassadors behave in their countries? Will they tolerate that? I am sick. I'm angry at their behavior. What is this? Who are they? Who are they? You understand? And then we are told by our leaders that, look, they went to the IMF and they got a good deal because of prudent policy measures that they implemented and so on. Now the U.S. is telling us, U.S. ambassador is telling us that it had nothing to do with prudence. It had everything to do with lying prostrate before them. Because your economic calculations and so on can be correct. But as long as you disagree with them on anything, you will not get what you want from the IMF and the World Bank. That's what they are telling us. So why have you been deceiving us about this period that you went there with some prudent measures and so on? In any case, Master, why? And I don't want to go into the substance of the matter for good reason, But just think about it. After you, handsome, tall man like this.
I need to see that.
Pardon?
Let's go.
But you, handsome, tall man, articulate ex-banker and so on. If you lived in Great Britain and you saw 4 equally beautiful women who wanted to marry you, no coercion involved and so on, they will not agree. Will they agree?
Not at all.
Because they don't accept polygamy.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to accept everything, let us accept polygamy too. If the rationale is to accept everything, why can't you marry 20 women? Why? Why can't 10 women marry 50 men and so on? I hope you understand what I'm saying. So there's an element of selective unfairness, clear selective unfairness when it comes to dealing with these cultural issues as well. If you are an Iranian woman, your own choice, you've decided to cover your hair in a certain way, to wear a hijab. In Paris, they will not allow you. Why? Is that not a violation of the rights of Iranian women? Why would they not allow you to cover your hair as a Muslim woman, but insist that you behave in a certain way and so on? Yesterday, I was telling a story, and many people were laughing at it, and so on. But it's a serious matter. There's a Ghanaian couple living in London, in the United Kingdom, and I think they came on holidays. They were missing the smell and taste of snails. You understand? So they managed to send into London a few live snails. Live snails. And put them in the sink. And their little children saw them and they were so happy. The way the snails were,
going up and down.
Yes. They went to school and came back, and the snails were dancing in live soup. They just called the police. They called the police on their parents because their parents had murdered their pets. Is this what is going to be imposed on us? Where does it stop? All this thing about Western countries dictating our culture, what we eat, how we sleep, and how we walk. Where is it going to stop?
I think that's why there's a plus, and it's like infinity type of plus. It doesn't end in
when I was growing up.
So that at any point in time, when they want to amend, they can amend because it's a plus.
When I was growing up, you could not beat the phantom from in the church. Why is the phantom from inferior to the just drum? Somebody should be telling me why the phantom from is inferior to the...
Why couldn't you beat it in the church?
Pardon?
Why couldn't you beat it in the church?
It was considered hidden. Idol worship, beating the phantom from. You couldn't. It is only recently, younger people don't know, that Catholic priests have managed to introduce motifs like kente and so on in their castle. It was not allowed. It was hidden. Idol worship.
The kente.
How could you wear anything African in worship in the Catholic Church? You couldn't.
Oh.
It is the work of people like Bishop Akuffo and others, Damo and others, which has brought some small enlightenment into some of the churches. They frowned on everything African, and so should we continue that? When I was growing up, when I went to secondary school, my chemistry teacher was an Englishman. My biology teacher was white. And so, for some people, the schools they went to, even the headmasters and assistant headmistresses and so on, were white.
We're all white.
Yeah.
You go to church in the morning, the chief priest in the church is white. You even go to the post office, postmaster is white. You understand? Yeah. Where you go to hospital, the doctor is white as well. This is how they sowed the complex of inferiority in us. And this is why Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah decided to embark on an Africanization project to give us some small confidence, to give us confidence that we can also develop on our own. We are now destroying everything that Nkrumah did for us. Everything that Nkrumah did in order to alter our psychology. As we speak, if you go to the Ministry of Finance, President Joe Biden of the United States of America has a representative sitting in our Ministry of Finance, approving things. Is this an independent country? As we speak, if you go to the Bank of Ghana, there's an IMF representative superintending over things in the IMF, in the Bank of Ghana. Is this an independent state? So you people, you came to power not just to rewrite the history of Ghana in the most banal way. You also came to deepen our complex, our complex of inferiority. This is what you brought to us. This is what we have reached. We have now reached a stage where the American ambassador purports to be more powerful than our parliament. She can instruct our parliament as to what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Our parliament takes a decision, American ambassador says there will be consequences, be careful. Who is she? Who is she? All these Western ambassadors, who are they? Are they better than the professors we have in the University of Cape Coast, in the University of Science and Technology and so on? Are they better? Are they more knowledgeable? What is this? Where have we come to? I am sick and tired of this Western control, this puppetry that has been going on over all this period.
But have you heard people say that when Akroma said the African is capable of managing its own affairs, he, maybe to paraphrase what they tried to say, he didn't know what he was saying?
They should go and read the declassified documents of the Central Intelligence Agency of the United States of America. Akroma was overthrown precisely because he was making huge impacts in the whole of Africa. He was changing the dynamics. He was helping the Africa to become master of his own destiny. Their own declassified documents say so. To the extent that in sabotaging Akroma at one stage, they actually considered bombing the Akuffo dam to deny us of the electricity that we needed in order to power industry and so on. Go and read that. Now, only last night, I was reading declassified documents from the United Kingdom about what they did to sabotage the Akroma government. It doesn't support this claim that Akroma didn't know what it was about. You understand? There's one particular document that I've always referred to. And that is the cable which was sent to the Foreign and Commonwealth Office by A.W. Snelling, the UK High Commissioner in Accra, I think in 1961, September 1961. When he wrote to his government that Akroma was making the African too politically conscious and that they had to get rid of him. And so, how can anybody make that claim? The documents are there, their own documents. It's not my documents. They tell their own story of subversion against Akroma. This book, JFK, or Deal in Africa, written by Jack D. Mahoney, clearly showed what they did against Akroma in the 1960s, using Lomé as a base. The number of people they killed in order to subvert the Akroma project. Killed. The number of Ghanaians they killed in order to subvert the African project. And so on. Stop doing that. Now, we have a government which says, which cannot say no to them. Anything they say is okay. Say, hey, Joe Biden needs, an advisor in your Ministry of Finance. Say, yes, I must, bring him. And then they give him an office, Ministry of Finance. The United States needs, IMF needs a supervisor over Bank of Ghana. Then they create an office space for him. And so on. If you sign bills passed by your parliament, we will punish you. And then we are panicking. And then the president issues a statement, which is so embarrassing. I mean, the statement the president issues is so embarrassing. It's unbelievable. And then MPP communicators go on the bench trying to explain this. My goodness, what is happening to us? What is happening to us? What is the value of independence? Why are you meeting in Akuffo? If this is your attitude, why do we even waste resources on Akuffo? If all you do is to say yes, I'm master to everything that comes from the West, you actually get your parliament to approve an agreement which says that if US soldiers come into your country and they kill your citizens, we cannot go to court. You approve such an agreement.
We have that agreement.
Yes! There's an agreement. If US soldiers come here and they kill Ghanaians, you can't go to court. If they come and destroy your property, you can't go to court. We have agreed to that. Now we want them also to control our lawmaking body.
Abusa, wene ensama Kwasi Pratt edi etujana nensama odi tujano. Utie Kwasi Pratt ensama odi tujana. Eye no kre true do because Ghana de trumu party say yɛbɛgye atom de yɛ a obi ɛsan so efiri ne man so ɛba abɛhyehyɛ mmara ama yɛ all because of say yɛangye trumu na antoma ɔmo America no all because of say ɔmo wɔ powers no ɔmo bɛ strike against Ghana ɛba sikasɛm yɛkɔbɔ besia nneɛma bi a yɛ sɛ ɔmo de ma yɛ no ɔmo se ɔmo mfa ma yɛ na Kwasi Pratt ɛndeɛ ambassador no deɛ wɔamfa ne ho ankyɛ no na Addo dankɔ Akuffo Addo nso no ɔka bi ɛhyɛ no sɛ ɛyɛ sɛ ɔsign anti-gay bill no mɛma ne nyɛ kokwasa mɛma ne nsuru anaasɛ IMF sika kakra a ɔmo de ma ba yɛn nti na IMF koraa nso no sika no ɔmo ne yɛankɔ gay ho nsɛnsɛm na trumu ɛho nsɛnsɛm biara yɛbɛde abadwafo ase sɛ ɔmo gye panyin kɔkɔ tii saa audio yi ɛde ma yɛ aha ɛyɛ POG Media medam ase.